It is that time of year when many of us look back and count our blessings. One Henderson County family is doing just that with help from an organization that's been empowering them all throughout 2022. In today's Carolina Moment, News 13's Jennifer Emmert found when a community rallies around one family, it can spark a change felt worldwide.
And did you want a receipt?
Yes, please.
It's funny how a simple question, which led to a Henderson County Habitat restore, could alter a family's course.
Скажи просто мене.
Just asked, because I did not know English, just asked, where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine. Скажи, ми розговорилися, і вона
We communicated, spoke, and then she told that there's program Habitat.
Unfamiliar with Habitat, Natalia brought it up to her son.
he looking computer.
Uncovering Henderson County's Habitat for Humanity's homeowners program. They applied. 4 years ago, Natalia and her son Serhiy and Bodin left central Ukraine amid conflict, landing in Hendersonville with 3 suitcases.
Very hard. Miss Ukraine, this is my country.
Ongoing fighting keeps them here.
Every day, lot of bomb. My neighbors, this call me, one day, 10 minutes, 10 minutes electric.
Rockets flying, it's like, symmetric. It's like 7 meters rockets flying above the houses.
Natalia fears for her former neighbors and another son fighting in Ukraine.
Yes. Yes. Скажи, що мені.
It's hard that he's far away and I could not help it.
Pray.
Wait until the war will be ended and he will come to us.
Remember that Habitat application? It's opened doors with sweat equity to a 3-bedroom home in East Flat Rock.
This is my room. This is your room.
4th grader Bo has high expectations.
I picked this one, the biggest bedroom, because I want a lot of room for me to be able to do stuff in this room and to be able to play.
Serhiy's are more grounded.
It will be more comfortable here.
An experience that's forged a budding friendship between Kay, a Habitat volunteer, and Natalia.
This my mom. I need help. I need question. She text messenger. She help.
Aiding when Natalia's son was recently injured in combat.
My son, this hospital. She help money. She go people. Everybody. Donations and send money.
Bringing to life a dream out of reach for a single mom in Ukraine.
No programs, zero.
But with hard work, a future Natalia's excited to share with friends in Ukraine that got a little lost in translation.
I picture house, wow, 2 bedroom, Ukraine bedroom outside.
I think she thought about toilet or bathroom.
Got it.
I'm very happy here.
Happy to improve her English and for a mortgage, all with some help from Henderson County Habitat.
You see that one organization can make a difference. It makes you feel better about the whole world.
Certain the move in 2023 will be blooming with opportunities.
And my plan, I very love flowers. I live Ukraine. My house a lot garden. I very like flowers. Tomatoes, cucumbers, apples, every, and lot of flowers.
And the family expects to be in their new home by the end of January 2023. Henderson County Habitat for Humanity is accepting applications, and in the new year will begin a new phase of development in East Flat Rock. And since Wednesday, more than 17,000 flights had been canceled due to winter weather. Things now seem to be getting back on track, but not before creating a travel nightmare for our well-known political analyst, Dr. Chris Cooper. News 13's Samir Nafsi is live for us tonight at the Asheville Regional Airport, and Samir, WCU professor Chris Cooper is back home safe and sound tonight.
Yeah, hey there, Ange. I had a chance to speak with Chris Cooper a couple of hours ago, and he says this whole experience was nothing short of a nightmare. Anyways, it started when he and his son went out for a boys' ski trip in Montana that quickly turned hectic when the pair were trying to make their way back home for Christmas morning.
This was just kind of what happens when you try to travel to go skiing in the winter.
It was an idyllic guys trip. The Cooper guys meeting up with extended family in Big Sky, Montana for a getaway.
It was great. I mean, the skiing was fantastic. It was really good to see them.
From this breathtaking mountain picture to 9-year-old Jack posing for a photo op.
My question is my son's first big ski trip out west, so I'm curious to see, is he going to realize that this is not normal?
The father-son retreat quickly turning as they left the ski town to head to Bozeman to catch a flight. There, things taking a bitter turn on Thursday, December 22nd.
There was nothing anybody could have done, really. The temperature in Bozeman was negative 42, so when they said it was too cold to run the de-icers, I don't think they're making that up.
That day, bitter cold coupled with high winds and snow slowed operations across many airports.
It was just sad, right? I mean, I got a 9-year-old kid, and I mean, it was like out of a bad Hallmark movie. I'm like, son, I promise we'll get home for Christmas. Well, I kind of lied.
But with the holiday spirit, the guys decided to drive nearly 7 hours to Salt Lake City, where the chances of catching a flight were in their favor. Cooper, meanwhile, taking to Twitter to create his own travel vlog, tweeting, quote, "I've been here before, but this time feels different. Hashtag optimism unite." Ultimately, they made it to Chicago, where things only worsened.
It would be not just cancellation, but delay cancellation. And I think that was kind of the breaking point for a lot of people.
While there, Cooper tweeting things like, quote, "They're keeping me on my toes," and this Twitter thread is over with a sad ending. Yep, yet another cancellation, also ending the possibility of making it home for Christmas morning.
We went to some restaurant in Chicago. Some waitress felt terrible for us and gave my son basically the largest piece of chocolate pie you've ever seen in your entire life.
Eventually, their Polar Express ticket would come in the form of a flight, not home, but to Knoxville, Tennessee.
What would be your advice or tips for travelers obviously facing that same situation?
Yeah, I would say number one, hold on to your carry-on luggage like a Cubs fan holds on to the promise of next season. Do not let it go.
Thankfully, Cooper was able to pick up his skis at the Asheville Regional Airport, closing out this travel nightmare with a simple yet cozy home.
Well, he's still in good spirits. He's very optimistic today. Now, despite that travel nightmare, Cooper and his son were able to make it home for a Christmas lunch, not Christmas morning, but they were still able to make it on time. And yes, if you were wondering, there were presents from Santa underneath the tree for Jack. Cooper says that is something his son beelined for while dad decompressed from, of course, a chaotic travel experience. He says if he could do this again, he would have a layover over in Dallas and not Chicago.